YouTube fam? This your boy Tony 2 Times, and we back with another episode of Hood Tales, man. Tonight we gonna talk about the Goonie boss gang out of Chicago, Illinois. Let's get right into it. Chicago, Illinois. Over the past decade, like it or not, the Windy City has transformed the world with drill music and Chi-Town slang. Has the whole world saying gang gang, thoughts, ops, and 30s. The south side of the rack is one of the most talked about sides. Real savages and gangs at war, just blocks away from each other. In the Englewood neighborhood of the city, a group of young men that called themselves Goonie Boss was allegedly responsible for 11 bodies. The feds named a young man named Blackman as the leader of the organization. He also goes by O-Dub. As Chicago culture go, the gang allegedly did anything and everything to defend their guys and keep the ops in check. With a history of beefing and a rival gang, also in Englewood, the gang was active and ready for war. Sources allege the gang knocked off ops, did assaults, shot blickies, stole blickies, and went to war, and violently went at witnesses who acted like they were going to talk. Taking to social media, repping a gang, and taunting the ops. Let's talk about some alleged situations that made the gang hot. On one alleged situation on July 1st, 2016, one of the members of the gang spotted an op on the 7400 block of South Morgan Street. Shots were fired, leaving a 34-year-old man gone. Another alleged hit on June 30th, 2016, where members of the Goonie Boss gang spotted a 19-year-old man. Shots were also fired, and the man lost his life as well. On June 20th, 2016, another hit on a 34-year-old man outside of a store in the 1500 block of West 69th Street. One of the wildest hits that was done by allegedly two members of the Goonie gang. They saw a man inside a barbershop in the 1100 block of West 63rd Street. The two men allegedly walked inside, letting off shots, leaving a 38-year-old man another victim. The gang was active and posting their hits on social media to let the ops know who was responsible and running the streets. But the activity wouldn't stop there. On January 15, 2016, a member spotted a 19-year-old man in the 7200 block of South May Street, letting off shots, leaving the 19-year-old man dead on the block. At least 4 more hits would happen, including a 25-year-old female on the 6800 block of South Lumen Boulevard. The gang allegedly even hit a gun store. 3 members would drive a black Jeep Wrangler into the store doing a smash and grab, making out with over 18 handguns, a rifle, and a shotgun to add fuel to an already hot war. The Goonie Boss alleged leader was given the green light on hits, also getting his hands dirty himself. Anybody who stood in the gang's way was on the hit list. The feds in the Windy City was watching the gang through their social media accounts, paying undercover knockers in the streets, and keeping up with the trail of bodies and shootings in the streets. An investigation would start, and feds would start putting faces to names of the Goonie Boss gang, charging members with running a criminal organization, racketeering, accusing them with over 10 hits and over 11 attempts, on top of the gun store robbery. Before the RICO law came down on the organization, alleging 22-year-old Blackman was the leader of the organization and calling the shots. 5 members would be indicted and facing charges. The feds would keep an investigation going, eventually snatching up 23 members in total. Blackman, who nicknamed was O-Dub, in the streets alleging the gang had ties to the GDs or Gangster Disciples and were beefing with other fractions in Englewood, such as Push Squad and T-Love. It was looking bad for the gang, charging top members with most of the hits, including O-Dub himself. If convicted, members face up to life in a federal prison. We all know Chicago to be a real gangland, and it's a body for body. The organization seemed to strike Fed and they ops and terrorize the south side, which is divided by fractions throughout blocks. In my opinion, it's a never-ending cycle and really a genocide of your own people. If Chicago was all together and all one with the chiefs and soldiers they got, the city would be untouchable. But once blood sheds, for them, there's no turning back. Moral of the story, if you are in the streets, you live fast, you die young. So y'all know my motto. We gotta succeed, not to fail. So we won't be just another hood tale. Man, it's a crazy story. First of all, salute to Chicago, you feel me? I rock with the Chi, you know what I mean? And it's been a lot going on there recently too, you feel me? Rest in peace, E-Day, 600, you know what I mean? And it's crazy because they got all the talent in the world. You know, they had the music scene for years, and some state they still do. You feel me? You got Dirt, you had Von, rest in peace. You know what I mean? A lot of people still listen to them heavy. I know people in my city rock with them heavy. But it's crazy because it's like the gang war just keep turning up. Soon as you think it's over, it's like another body will drop. A big body, like somebody that was important to their set. And then it'll start all over again. Rest in peace, Duck. You feel me? Like, it's crazy because watching these dudes over the years, you know what I mean? When I first got put on to the drill music or whatever, about 10 years ago, it's like they was young, but they was talented. And you was hoping that they made it out their situation. Cause I know how it is being young, being in a messed up situation. But it's like when you got enemies just blocks away, it go like that. But for this game right here, man, like they was getting super active. You see what I'm saying? Like they was super active, you feel me? And they was young. And I'm not sure the young man who they said was calling the shots. They say he was 22 years old. You feel me? So you got the blind leading the blind. Like you 22, you don't really know too much. You know, you might think you know a lot, but it's a lot more you can learn. So you just going out there doing whatever to get a name for yourself. And that's how a lot of dudes get jammed up trying to get a name for themselves. Then with the feds, you feel me, the conviction rate already high. So they already trying to bury you under the jail. You know what I mean? They already trying to get you in there for life, man. So this crazy, you feel me? Rest in peace to the victims, alleged victims, the people that lost their life. You know what I mean? They say they was affiliated with the GDs. And Chicago got a whole bunch of just different gangs and squads and cliques, you feel me? Like dudes be like 4 or 5 blocks away from each other. So they can really literally just ride around the corner and get in a full-out war. So yeah, that's a dangerous city, man. But hopefully, I always say this, one day they'll get it together, you feel me? But this another episode of Hood Tales. Be sure to like, comment, share. If you're new to the fam, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell. I love y'all, fam. I'm out.